Also, man, leave a comment so we can know what you think about our program. Thank you.
No rain, no grief, no pain can separate me from your love. So free. Someone told me about your love. How you came.
Hey everybody, welcome again to Ishden. It's your boy Robert Green. I'm really excited about this project. You know, we started about a week ago, just airing and stuff. And it's been moving just to get some of the reviews, you know, of what this program has been doing for people. Had one on Sunday and it was sent to me by Napoleon. I listened about a minute of it and tears welled up in my eyes. I couldn't continue to listen, but I'm going to listen it through, I promise you. You know, last week we kind of just defined the terms maleness, masculinity, manhood, and what these things mean. What does it mean to be a penile human being? A human being with a penis. What does it mean? And how can we unearth some of these things? So we've been doing that. We did that last week just by having a conversation, brother to brother conversation. As I said before, you know, we're trying to make sure that as iron sharpens iron, so one man or two men will sharpen others. And we're just doing it through our experience and just honest, transparent conversation. So on Saturday, I went into Kingston to do a cooking gig. And while I was in Kingston, I'm like, why journey back to Montego Bay, try to get a Zoom meeting? Why not just meet up with my brother in person and have this conversation? So Napoleon and I met at his office over there in Marvelly Gospel Hall, I think it is. And we just sat down as two brothers and we had a conversation. Our conversation this week was about the whole aspect of self-forgiveness. And you might ask, what is self-forgiveness? Self-forgiveness for us is embracing God's freedom that is given to us by grace. Yes, we know we are accountable for our actions, but if God has removed our sins so far away from us as the east is from the west, why should we allow ourselves to be burdened by these sins where we can't mentally move away from them, emotionally move away from them, and have the peace and the freedom that God has afforded us? So we sat down and had this conversation, Napoleon and myself, and we just encourage you to listen to two men speaking candidly about our own struggles, and hopefully this will be a blessing for you. This is Ishden. Stick and stay and enjoy the conversation.
All right, welcome again to Ishden, and obviously we're not on Zoom this week. We are brothers in each other's company. He was ragged about his open mic shirt earlier.
Yes.
By one of his daughters. I know them love him, so I know it's all a good gesture or good fit. So we are here again. Last week was very good, and you know some of the reviews we got on Facebook, YouTube, and from our channel FBN, we took into consideration. Well, I took them into consideration. Napoleon don't know about most of them yet, but I'll just throw them at him. He's a bright man. Yeah, he's a very bright man. So you know we want to make sure that he's taken off guard. So most of the things them
just flow
naturally. I want to kick off this evening, our program today, with a poem. We're going to look at...
Where's that poem from, Bonnie?
It's from a book called Instinctive.
Where can we get a copy?
It's not available yet, as it said, not to see it. Right? It's a book of poems. It's entitled Anthropological Poetry by Robert Green, Instinctive. And some of the things in it is life representing art, or life being expressed through art. So this is a poem entitled Confession. If I mess up, I haven't read this poem in a long time. Too busy doing church work. Confession.
That's a good confession.
Father, forgive me for I have sinned. It's been 1 minute since my last confession. I have been thinking things that would bring me shame. Thoughts that are sacrilegious to his temple and the owner's name. There's a battle of the titans going on in my head. I am laying in a grave because I am walking, I still feel dead. My mind is laden with landmines that are lethal to my soul. They could decapacitate me, leaving me less than whole. I feel insanity rushing through the lobes of my brain, every attempt to change my thoughts have always proven in vain. Father, it's not that I find pleasure in this inflicting of pain. The failures I am running from just keep happening again and again. I look for a different result, although my sins are the same. I am struggling to find help, but it seems futile even when I call on his name. I feel like the